Yo. You're tuned into the Nothing to Declare podcast with myself, Teeth.
And Kojo in the building. What's cracking, lacking, people? Thank you guys for coming, listening to another episode.
Yeah.
Of us talking.
It's good times.
Talking that yak.
This is interesting for me as well, yeah, because now it's actually starting to affect my life in terms of like, now people that I don't even fucking know listening to. Might be at a bar, might be at a friend's party or something. Like, oh shit, I'll be listening to your podcast. So it's like, now they start
putting the face to...
No, but it's almost kind of like the...
Shout out to them new pictures, though.
You know, I mean, actually, yeah.
Shout out to them new pictures, though. like Darren.
Darren making man look sexy and shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to Darren. Photographer Darren and that. It's mad because it's like, now people start to... Because you got to think now, yeah. There's people that you know, but sometimes you might not even like, you might bump into them like 10 times. Yeah. But you might have not even had a conversation that lasted half an hour in between those times of bumping into them. Yeah. But if I can listen to you have a conversation for like an hour or two now, yeah, that's me getting to know who you are.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you get what I'm saying to you? Yeah. So it's like interesting in the aspect where I think like certain people are starting to actually understand where the fuck I'm coming from that. You know what I'm saying to you? Because it's like, because sometimes when you just see the exterior now, you think, oh, what's this guy on? He's just on some mad shit. What the fuck? Yeah. But now I think it's like, you know what? I see. I think now I make more sense to people that actually I know, and you know, because they hear these conversations. Yeah,
and me as well. Like, listen, man, you can never be in this game long enough for people to know you.
Yeah, there you go.
Do you know what I mean? Because it all starts with what people think about you. People like to think things about people and stay with that.
Yeah,
and
of course,
I'm happy to be wrong as well and say, I don't care. This is what I want to think about someone.
Exactly,
but through conversation and giving that person a moment and time, you get a balance. Even if your opinion doesn't change, at least it's based on something real. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So shout out to everybody that's listening, commenting, following us.
100.
And we appreciate you.
And keep the conversations coming as well, because on our little Instagram as well, yeah. Sometimes people start they engage. I'm saying keep that up, man. There's in like shit.
Yeah, let us know what you think as well. Like, is a good topic to talk about, something that you might be going through. You might want to send us scenarios and see what we think about it as well. So hit us up, DM us on Instagram at Nothing to Declare podcast. It'd be good to kind of maybe have a dilemma section.
Yes, I like that.
Someone sends us things and then we can kind of be like, you know, we can answer that.
Yeah, I like that. And I'll tell you the reason why I like that is because even the people that I know or listen to this year, they're like, you know what? I like how... Because they can tell we don't hate each other. Of course, obviously, we know that shit. Yeah. But I'm saying, but they can still also tell that we don't agree with each other. On everything. I think people understand that we're different people, 100%. But we also understand we've definitely got common ground. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think it's like we have difference of opinions, even though we sometimes agree on certain things.
Definitely. But something I want to get your take on right now.
Hit me.
It's something that's kind of been in my head, and I know the girls are going to be like, they're going to have their popcorn right. Come on, bring it. Come on,
Coach, ready. Coach. Got the gloves on. Got the gloves on.
Yeah, come on. Joshua, yeah.
You know, he's still in the fighting vibes.
When I watch boxing, I'm like this, you know, like man's striking at me.
Let's get it.
So anyway, obviously, you know, I'm a father to be, and and now it's getting closer. Baby is kicking,
okay,
full on now. Yeah.
Jesus.
So now we are getting closer to the delivery. Yeah. God's blessings and guidance through the whole process, but it's been beautiful so far. Tiff's cool, she's chilling.
It's good.
Do you know what I mean? But she's still getting emotional sometimes. But read the manual.
Should be allowed. Yep, exactly. It's part of the process.
I'm not carrying it. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Bro.
I know how
How lucky are we, bruv?
How lucky are we, bruv? Fucking hell, bruv.
I'm glad I don't have to go through that shit.
Yo, I look at her, I was like, thank you. I appreciate it. I can deal with a little cussing out because I don't have to do that.
That's the least of the troubles.
Yeah. But anyway, so the topic of breastfeeding came up. So we put it out on social media, right? And all these girls are just caning me and talking about, nah, that's wrong, this, that, the other. What do you think, T, as a man? My G, my brother, spud me, cuz, my G. What do you think, about women who breastfeed in public? God. Like, and I'm not talking about like at restaurants, where you might be, you know, having your spaghetti bolognese and all of a sudden, titty comes out, baby comes out, and that baby's just sucking on that titty, or you're on the London Underground, minding your business, trying to get to your job. Trying to get to your job, yeah? You're already vexed because you got to go in. And now Mandy, let's give her a name. Mandy's sitting on the bloody train opposite you, with her little toddler.
Allow me.
He starts bawling out, mommy wants some food, because that's what it means when they cry. And then she goes, breasts come out. Now you have to spend the rest of that journey acting like you can't see this shit. Now you paid for your ticket. Mandy didn't pay for your ticket. She didn't contribute to what you was doing. Now you're going to your job that you don't like. Yeah? Yeah? You're already pissed off. Now you got to spend the rest of your whole journey is going like this, look.
Oh, my God.
She's sitting right there in front of you. You're just like... Because you don't want to be seen as awkward. The moment she catches eye contact with you, oh, you fucking pervert. So I'm just saying, Tiff, is no longer... Like everywhere she goes, not everywhere she goes, but most places she goes now, especially within her work, they know her from online.
Okay.
They bruv.
Oh, wow.
Like, they know her, bruv. Like, she's a manager at a bank, but they know her. When she's going into other branches and doing what she has to do, bruv, they're going, oh my gosh, your girl just go, like, bro, it's like that. So now, imagine Tiff.
This done come up.
Imagine Tiff with baby, and then baby's hungry, and then now she's got to go. So I said to her, babe, I can't have you doing that. I can't have you doing that. That's all I said. God. She goes, what if the baby's hungry?
They're coming for you, Kojo.
Bro, they came for me.
They're coming for you, bro.
Listen, we got to keep our noise down because they might be outside the crib right now.
Bro, I swear that they're coming for you, bro. They're coming for you.
Bro, like, literally, yeah, they're like, listen, they're like, man, I don't know what the hell's going on, but for me, I was just like, I can't have, because Tiff, it's not just a regular T that's going to be popped out. Tiffany's T, that's Kojo's girl. And you know how it is, when you're in the public eye, people just come for you anyway. Extra. I've had, I've fallen asleep on a train one time. It was on Instagram. Full stalkers out, and it was after radio, right? So I was like, bruv. I just caught Kojo sleeping.
Oh my God.
Me and I sleep butters, blood. Yeah. So I'm just saying that's just me on my ones, yeah. And no TE out. So I'm just saying, what do you feel on
do you know what?
Women breastfeeding as a man?
You gave so many layers because as a story like went on, I was like, oh, actually, but maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, but hold on a minute.
But
because basically, before any sort of fucking like weight or context of the story now, on a plain bottom line basis, like no interference now, I think it's absolutely disgusting, that people have a problem with women breastfeeding in public.
Right.
That's just the bottom line.
Yeah. So I'm an arsehole, basically.
I mean, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there. You
are an arsehole.
We're going to get
not there yet.
You know what I'm saying? Because you did say some points. I was like, actually, you know what? It does change in certain scenarios. I'll tell you where it changes.
Yeah.
As you just said, it changes, like, one, being, if you're someone, like you said, like yourself, or like now Tiff, where it's like, shit, people actually recognize who she is now, people now have a reason to like want to take pictures of you,
right?
And they want to have a reason,
whatever.
So they want to put your titty on the fucking thing if they can. You know what I'm saying? So now they've got a reason. So if you don't want it to happen now, I guess now as the person who's wanting to breastfeed now, you got to be careful where you breastfeed. But it's not to say that you shouldn't be allowed to breastfeed.
100%.
You get what I'm saying? To you?
I've never said that.
You just got to be aware of the climate that you're in. Yeah. That because you're someone who people recognize now, people are going to want to, catch you slipping, as you said, or they're going to want to get some sort of one up on you. Because you got to think, as you said, bro, you fucking made the whole story about they going to work and don't even fucking like their life and shit. Mm-hmm. This might be the one highlight they had in the whole fucking year.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying to you? This might be the one time they get they get more than 50 retweets. Or they get fucking more than 50 likes on their Instagram, bro. So it's an opportunity for those kind of people. Okay, cool. But then the other thing is that, look, I would like to think we're in a world where someone breastfeeding isn't arousing another man, but not everyone's getting sex like maybe me or you might be getting. So I'm saying, with those guys out there as well, it's kind of a bit like, do you really want to arouse those motherfuckers? So maybe you just might have to look around on the tube and be like, do they look alright?
Address the situation. Like sense danger.
Well, at least calculate it, and yes, at least calculate to the point you're like, okay, am I gonna be in? Because what I also don't want to do, I don't want to not encourage women not to breastfeed,
of course,
because of these fucking creeps. You get what I'm saying? These creeps shouldn't be spoiling one of the most natural things.
My concerns, sorry to cut you, my concerns are genuinely the other person rather than what she's doing. I ain't worried about Tiff. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's good in that sense. She's not somebody who I have to second guess, worry about her, do you know what I mean? Her activity at all. So that's fine. But my thing is like what that does for other people. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Bruv, one of my ex-girlfriends was on a tour bus with Rick Ross.
Okay.
When he was in London, and The guy who was running that tour, me and him we're not cool.
Okay.
So why would you find yourself on there to give them ammunition against me?
Oh, wait, so what? Wait, you said ex-girlfriend, like she was your ex-girlfriend at the time?
Yeah.
No, but you're saying that she was your girlfriend at the time? Yeah, exactly, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's my girlfriend at the time.
Okay, yeah.
You find yourself on a bus, with Rick Ross, which is first of all.
Of course, yeah. It's
random.
That's really problematic.
And I do know that you was there because your girls are like that, but so be it.
Okay.
But at the same time, you're on there with someone that you know that me and them don't.
Yeah, that can't
You
run.
know this, you're aware of it. You have given them every ammunition against
can't
you.
run. That can't
so
run.
my point is that if Tiff is on the train, minding her own business, being the wholesome person she is, and someone that don't like me or whatever, got one up, let me take a picture. I'm worried about that. Maybe I should get over myself, somebody might say, and it's not about you and you ain't got to worry about that. All the comments have been, look, when your baby's hungry, it has to eat.
Agreed? Do
you know what I mean? It has to eat. And obviously, I know that as well.
You agree with that as well, right?
100%. Yeah. But I would like that to be under the emergency bracket rather than... No, because at the end of the day, baby could be crying and then you're like, look, let me get off the next stop. Yeah, have a blanket, which you will always have anyway. Have a blanket and do what you got to do. But I don't want it to be, I ain't got no blanket.
Yeah, but it's getting too secretive in terms of like, I don't think... Again, I'm speaking in terms of like ideally, and I know we don't live in an ideal world, so you take what I'm saying with a pinch of salt, obviously. But what I'm saying is that I don't want to live in a world, or I don't want to be projecting a behavior where it forces us to live in a world
that's
where,
not natural.
Well, in terms of where we have to be hiding women breastfeeding, man. Like, why does any woman have to hide?
But are they hiding the breastfeeding or are they hiding the titty?
But this is the thing. But you also know,
I ain't worried about hiding the breastfeeding. I'm worried about hiding them titties.
But this is the thing. This is my next question, though, brothers. And like, I've always thought about, not always thought about this, but I don't care if people see my girl's tits. I don't care. You ain't get to,
in any capacity.
You don't get to suck them though.
In any
you don't.
So you
don't get to touch them. You don't get to suck them. You just get to see. I don't get looking at a pair of breasts. I don't give a fuck if you look at my girl's breasts. I'm like, cool. Because as long as you don't do anything, then do what you want. Even jerk off if you want to fucking jerk off. As long as I'm not in the fucking vicinity, do what you want to do. But
ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here, right? You can masturbate to Teve's Mrs.'s boobies.
Feel free, motherfucker. If you happen to have a picture, feel free. But also, what I want to ask you though, in relation to that, is that what does it mean if someone does happen to take a picture of Tiffany breastfeeding and they put it up on the internet? What does that mean?
It makes you feel like it makes you become overprotective of her. And like I said, I totally agree with you. It's like you don't want to live in a world where you got to worry about all of these things or make those things apparent to you. If that baby needs feeding, you got to feed it. I'm never going to say, Tiff, don't feed the baby because it's crying or whatever. But at the same time, it's like she's very trusting of other people. Remember, she's from Birmingham. So even already she's been vexed because she's got mother baby on board badge. People don't get up for her. She can't fathom that in London because in Birmingham, everyone will just... It just get up, but in London she's finding it raw. Like people won't even get up for you in London.
That's mad.
For me, she's very like, hey, everyone's nice and and then when she realizes everyone ain't, it's like boom. You know, even like at her job, all her managers have been cool and she's got along with them. And then this new manager that she's working with, there's a bit of tension because you're in London. Londoners say sorry afterwards. You know what I mean? They're apologetic way down line, but they come in very aggressive because that's how you got to be in London.
Sharks, man.
Yeah, this is the deep ocean.
This is where it's like, if you want to be like a real like it's somewhat, how do I explain this? Like there's various like MMA leagues now, or MMA bodies, but the one that everyone knows about and the one that everyone wants to be in because it's got the most money, it's got the best fighters, it's got the most skilled. There you go. It's UFC. So it's kind of like that where it's like, you know what? Birmingham, Manchester, don't get me wrong. I'm not shit on no ends. Don't come at me, motherfuckers. I know you love this.
The facts are, none of them are the land of opportunity. Unless you're coming from outside the country.
There's no place in terms of opportunity or in terms of coming from 0 to 100 than in England than London. Yeah, so I'm saying to you. Yeah. So that's just the bottom line.
And that's what I'm saying. Everyone's just moving at 100 miles per hour.
There you go. And because of that, you get more vicious people. Yeah. And you get more people like who will snake you and they will do various shit.
Exactly. But when you've come from that out of London mentality, it will be like such a shock to you. But then you digest it and then you become immune to it, you adapt and then you grow. And it also gives you a stronger backbone anyway. Do you know what I mean? So all of those things are in my head. So when I've made that comment, it was coming from more fear than it was you're doing something wrong.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? And I want the guys to comment as well. Leave a comment as well and let us know, like what have some of your stories been? What have you know what I mean? Like, cause some guys were like, boy, does she have to do it on the train though? Do you know what I mean?
But you know, girls don't want to. When it comes to like when it comes to like something to do with bearing a child now, yeah. Females don't want to hear what a guy's got to say, man.
Yeah, true.
Because it's like we don't have to go through that shit, bro.
Yeah,
so when you got guys be like, do you have to do it on the train? I agree. Females should be like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, okay.
It's almost kind of like you have no space commenting in this arena because you haven't had to go through any of that kind of shit.
True.
Especially when it's something like as innocuous as whipping out a fucking titty and feeding your fucking child. Let that fucking sink in for you motherfuckers. Literally, that's what you're doing. You're feeding another human being that can't feed its fucking self. And yet a guy can tell you, don't do that on the train because I have to look at it. It's like, shut the fuck up, nigga.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying to you?
It's easy for you to, I guess, walk into another carriage if you can't contain yourself, or you think it's make them feel bad about what they're doing.
That's even a better point. That's even a fucking better point. If you are bothered by this thing now, you have to remove yourself because this natural thing that's taking place here should be allowed to exist.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying to you? So if you got a problem with that, or you're thinking you're aroused and shouldn't be aroused, move yourself off. Or just get away from the fucking area so you don't have to fucking face that problem no more. So yeah. But what I wanted to ask you though is that, did people understand you when you tweeted this out now? It was on Twitter, right?
No, it was on Instagram.
Okay, so when you put this post on Instagram up now, what was, did people understand where you were coming from in terms of it wasn't necessarily from an angle of I don't want you just feeding for the sake of it, but it was more a tip of like,
it's kind of like an open question, really. It was kind of like, look, this is what I'm saying. Tiff says, you know, she's happy to do it on public transport. But and I was like, well, what do you lot think? Do you know what I mean? Like, what do you lot think really? And then everyone was like, nah, it's natural. This, that, that. Like, we know it's natural.
Yeah.
But like, the question was about where it's natural.
Sex is natural as well, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't want to see that on the camera.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to see that on a Jubilee line.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
On your way to work.
Yeah.
9 a.m.
Yeah. Don't mind me.
Yeah, exactly. It's natural, mate. It's natural.
Yeah, don't mind us.
So, but the people, did they get where you're coming from or no?
Yeah, I think no one got where I was coming from.
Yeah.
Because I put it out quite aggressive. So all the girls was like, some girl was just like, you're wrong. That's it. No explanation, nothing. I don't even know I don't even think she read the caption. I just think she didn't know what we were talking about. She was like, you're wrong. And that is it. Thank you very much. That is all. As you were.
That's what I'm saying.
You're a man. You got an opinion. Shut up. You're wrong. That is it, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. When it comes to bearing a child now, and it's women against men, you're wrong, bro. That's what I'm saying. Shut the fuck up, bro. Don't talk about bearing a child.